What's going on, guys? Akpomd here, back with another video. Now, today's video is going to focus on something that I can't believe is going on Twitter at the moment. Paedophiles are living among us on social media. Now, I throw around the word nonce a lot on Twitter as a sort of generic insult, but today's video is going to focus on the people who actually admit to their paedophilia. Now, if you don't know, Tumblr recently announced an adult content ban across its platform. Now, Tumblr used to be home to a wide variety of adult content, ranging from the normal to the abnormal, but recently they've decided that they've had enough of this adult content, and more of these users are moving on to Twitter, because Twitter itself doesn't really have an adult content ban. With a few exceptions, you can basically post whatever you want on Twitter. Now, these people on Twitter call themselves MAPs and NOMAPs, which stand for minor attracted person and non-offending minor attracted person, and the fact that they even have to make this distinction that they're not going to commit to the paedophilic acts that they're attracted to still makes it wrong. Now, I'm going to show you a few examples of this because I know what you're thinking. Oh, surely people can't actually be admitting on the internet that they're a paedophile. Well, you'd be wrong. So here we are. This first person's attracted to boys 4+, and the next person's attracted to kids from the ages of 2 to 7 years old. So the AOA here stands for age of attraction, and the fact that they've come up with these acronyms to, permit their own paedophilic actions is quite unnerving. Now, these NOMAPs are so keen to make the distinction that they're not going to commit to these acts that they are attracted to. But here's the thing, you see, these people are attracted to children, and there's definitely something wrong deep-rooted inside their brains. But on Twitter, they're trying to normalise this and make it seen as an accepted part of society. Now, what these people don't need is a community on Twitter where they can all band together and share their paedophilic interests. They need professional help. Now, here we have an account called Virtuous Paedophiles, and you can't make a community of paedophiles and expect nothing wrong to happen from it. And for some of these paedophiles, their attraction to children becomes their main characteristic. In the same way that we might mock vegans for talking about veganism too much, these paedophiles have their own version of this. You see, here we have a 29-year-old who thinks it's funny to make a joke that they're attracted to children whose age is on the clock. Now, I don't think there's anything funny in admitting that you're attracted to kids who are 12 years old and under. And if you keep normalising this behaviour, only bad things are going to happen. Now, I know a few of these people are making the argument that it's something inside their brains that they can't combat. But I think the way they're going about this on social media is wrong. They're trying to normalise this and make it seem like there's no problem in being sexually attracted to children. And if in future paedophilia is an accepted part of society, then what's going to stop people from acting on it? If in 10 years the societal view is that paedophilia is okay, but you just can't act on it, then it will start to blur the lines between what's right and what's wrong, and people will start to push these boundaries. Because if society says that it's okay to be sexually attracted to children, then why can't they act on it? Now, the worst thing about this is that there are a minority of these paedophiles who are trying to compare their situation to the historical struggles of the LGBT community. Paedophilia is much closer to bestiality or necrophilia than it is to any sort of homosexuality. You cannot make even an inkling of a debate that a consenting relationship between two adults of the same gender is anything like a 29-year-old finding a 3-year-old attractive. So now a lot of these paedophiles have moved onto Twitter, and the platform has a large user base of young people. I'm just fearing what's going to happen when these MAPs and NOMAPs come into contact with these, Ariana Grande stans and people who retweet Roblox videos in 2018. There are too many young users on the app to allow for a population of paedophiles to coexist. Because you've seen the sort of arguments that these people make. Even if they get caught, all they'll say is, oh, they were only DMing this 12-year-old kid, they weren't actually going to do anything because they're a NOMAP. They'll say that it was only messages and they were only living out their fantasy in a harmless way. So yeah, if you see MAP or NOMAP in somebody's bio on Twitter, they're a paedophile. And no matter what they tell you and what sort of acronyms and abbreviations they try to use to distort the truth, they are sexually attracted to children. And they're trying to normalise this behaviour. Now, I'm going to end the video here, but if you've liked this content, then make sure to, like, subscribe, turn notifications on. I'll leave a link to my other social media in the description. But I hope you found this video interesting, and until next time, see ya.
Oh.
Yeah.
What?
Look at these things.
I don't even know.
The intern being as useful as ever.